people? Welcome back to Star Technology. This is episode 4 of the series. Now in my last video, we set up the AE system you're seeing right here, upgrades to Cantor coils, and we firmly cemented ourselves in MV. I've done a lot of things off camera, so much so that the pack updated and it's now in Zeta. It's Zeta Hotfix 4. So yeah. Firstly, I think we can start down with the gradual step down of the create mod. It's only been in use for this. The boiler. I wanted to make this level 18 but create low heated said no, you can't empower a fan from beneath it. And the one of the few things from Zeta, is that they nerfed mechanical sieves. Half as much time to produce, but it only produces 4 times less outputs. But they have buffed the mechanical sieve. Slightly. It still produces 16 of every ore, but it costs less. Oh, and it can use parallel hatches as well. I've replaced the crushing tower system with forge hammers. They don't cost much, 5 ticks, 64 EU, and it's a very fast way to get all the stuff I need for the mechanical sieves. I have made a lot more machines on the MV tier here, so much so that the assembler I was using has ran out of slots. So I may have to start subnetting in the future. About these large farms, they were nerfed in this version as well. The large farm only runs during the day. It requires daytime to work now, and they nerfed the duration. So now I'm having to pivot to something down here. My passive zone, or the trove of passives, as I call it. Here I've passived everything. Lubricant with passive creosote, I'll show you that later. Distilled water with the distillery on circuit 1. Sulfuric acid from this massive chain, which can later be simplified with the large chemical reactor. I'll debug that later. Passive oxygen and nitrogen from gas and silicon dioxide processing. Set this controller up. The level emitter for 4,000 buckets of oxygen. Why is that? Because I have an extra 3,000 buckets sitting somewhere that I don't know where. And I don't know where it is. This got a recent change, a pretty interesting change as well, in that, let me show you. You can specify the kinds of geodes you want with different circuits. The olfactory, 2 of them, even though they can be perfect overclocked. We have our drilling passives down here now. This is set to void output because this already produces this. Stataki. Most recent one I've done, polyethylene passive, which I'll show you later. And a tree farm with the new greenhouse controller. Because the large farm was nerfed, the greenhouse controller now has 3 modes. The crop greenhouse replacing the farm. The wall garden is merely for early game dyes from flowers. And here we have a pyrolyzed oven because it's just an easier coke oven. And its recipe outputs are pretty decent. Now about this. I haven't showed you this yet because, well, it's the most recent one I've made, so I'll start here. This thing produces sugarcane, which is then funneled from the output bus to here, which are then compressed onto plant bolts, turned into biochaff, and they don't have byproducts because this is an MV1. I learned that unfortunately during Zeta, when they were talking about, oh, the macerator won't produce byproducts until it's at HV. Turns out you just had to read the description carefully. Then the biochaff goes here with water for biomass. Here, into the distillery. It's distilled into ethanol with a bit of wood dust, I think, on circuit 1. Then it's pumped here with sulfuric acid for for ethylene and diluted sulfuric acid, the ethylene goes here on the oxygen to make my polyethylene here. The diluted sulfuric acid goes here, which it is then distilled down back to regular sulfuric acid for storage. So yes, that's all my overall systems. And I think last but certainly not least is AE2. I set up a 2304 controller main network with a P2P management subnetwork, just in case I needed more channels. And yes, it's off. The channel system is infinite by default, but I like the challenge of having to control the amount of channels I need to use, and the beauty of subnetting, because this is my first time ever using AE2. Then we have the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 computing machines. This was what actually took up the bulk of my time, because 16K crafting storages are just a pain in the ass to make because of the amount of Zeta quartz I need. And because the autoclave is so slow, it's 15 seconds, I can't make them really fast. So yes, that's why I've been away for so long. It's all neodymium now, and I produce 19.7K RF per tick. So much so that I can power everything here without any extra power, although that might change in HV. Because by my calculations, this can only supply 38 amps of HV power. Anyways, today's goal, I think, be integrated circuits all the way down to the machine hull. We might get nano muscle in the meantime. All the way up here for the energy hatches, the clean room, the LCR, the advanced assembler, and last but not least, we will look at the microprocessor route. So yes, we will be making two different kinds of circuits today. First of all, RAM chips and IC chips. I've completed the tasks, except for this one, because I didn't pick this up. I have a lot of, in fact, let me claim them. I have 3 stacks of IC and 2 stacks of RAM. Why? Let's look at these. This requires 1 IC chip. I need a stack of this. I need good integrated circuits. I also need a stack of this, but they don't require any chips. And advanced integrated. To make a stack of this, I need 2 stacks of IC and 2 stacks of RAM. Overall, it's 3 stacks of IC. Let's encode the recipes. It's the first time I've been doing this. Yep. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention the assembler matrix. You would have seen by the intro of this video that I've made this. 1 channel, 60 different pattern providers in here, and 5 speed cores, so it's maximum speed. The only bottleneck is the amount of code processing units I have in them. Basic integrated circuits. We actually need fine copper wire, wire mill with 1x copper wire. We'll place them in the wire mill right down here. Good integrated circuits. This time it requires silver bolts and gold wires. Make it easily. Just need this. Easily done with a lathe. Let's put those in the correct spots. Now HV circuits. Transistors. Oh, how I missed you. We'll need to encode 3 different recipes this time. Transistors, silicon plate, fine tin wire, liquid polyethylene. 12 which I have. The electrum wire this time. Into the wire mill you go. This and this. That should be 1, 2, 3 different circuits all set up. Let's place them in the circuit assembler. And now it's time to first request a stack, or 2 stacks rather, of basic integrated circuits. Let's start. This this should be the last integrated circuits being crafted. There we go. 2 stacks of integrated circuits. There we go. I already read about it. And now, go for 2 stacks of integrated. I'm missing silver. Now, we can get 128. Let's start it. This should be the last batch of good integrated circuits crafting. That's the quest, and unfortunately I do not have enough time left today. So now I will just order a batch craft of 64 circuits. This will take a monstrous time to process, so see you guys. That is a stack of advanced integrated circuits. The last step now, the finishing all of MV, is stainless steel, which I do have bookmarked here. So let's get encoding those recipes. Okay, I'm putting the centrifuge. But that's a stainless steel ingot. Industrial revolution is complete. That is the entire tree done. Next, automation age. And now we can work towards the multi-smelter and the advanced circuit assembler. I think I'll do this one first. Nope. MV circuit assembler. This won't replace this yet. Only when I clear out most of the stuff here. But anyways, multi-smelter. Easy. I need 8 cantho coils. Okay. This will take a while. Oh, and the HV machine hull. Whoops, forgot about that. Have this. Maybe somewhere here. Output, input, output. Yeah, I think I'll just put it this way. That wrench that faces downwards. Does this need a maintenance hatch? It does, okay. The next few main maintenance hatches. Auto maintenance hatch. Interesting. Ah, motors. Forgot about those. I need to request more patterns. That's amazing. Alright. Oh, it's a crafting pattern. Okay, nice. Put in, and I should be able to request an auto maintenance hatch. Steel. Now can I craft one? Yup. 2 energy hatches. Ooh, an orange lens. All of them finish. And it's finished. how small the multi-smelter is. Alloy smelter mode. Alloy smelter mode get rid of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's a massive plus. So it's energy hatches go 1, 2. Signalum wires. I'm a bit dumb today. Muffler hatch. Forgot about that. That's just the backbone of every polluting machine, and I forgot my wrench. It just makes sure I will never have to deal with maintenance in this machine ever. Alloy smelter mode. Now I know what to do. Can this direct here? Let's see. It's instantaneous. Yes! That's amazing. Yeah, it's instantaneous. There we go. So that's all alloy smelter recipes. You know what? Heck. But why not? Another multi-smelter here. And this should be the electric furnace complete. Now I've deleted the space. This should be assembler number 2. And I think I'll set this for extruder wall. But other than that, it is as it is. Huh. That 5 times as often, but work 10% faster. That's a useless trade-off. Alright, I have waited a very long time, and I have Lumium now. So that 1x Lumium, and then HV converters, baby. Converter, and then I can start making the machines. Ooh. Let's make a HV 16 amp energy converter. Oh my. Yeah, let's start. That's done. Here. Oh, it looks amazing. Oh yeah, by the way, how's the assembler craft? Nice. Is this done? Yes! First HV machine. Steel rotors, I forgot about that. Change the plate 1 and just empty. That should slowly be making steel rotors. There's that. There's a second machine. Black steel and magnetic steel. Sodium, potassium. Do I have potassium? Lots of it. From which source? Ender pearls, no wonder. Yeah, fine, then I can make sodium potassium now. Very easily as well. That's the chemical reactor, which I placed here. And now orange lens time. First I need a glass lens. let's encode the lens recipe. Now the orange dye. Salt, sulfuric acid, and okay. Oh, HV emitter. I forgot I need a chemical reactor first. And chromium rods. Hopefully I can use this to get flux networks, because I have a lot of lava, 4,000 buckets, and it's slowly increasing because of the buffer here. Yeah, it's not even yeah. Since I have a lot, I may as well use it for flux networks, which I can start. Only issue though, I think there's only one. I think I am 8 HV, which allows me to get rock breaker HV. Yes! Yes! Oh, that's amazing. That's the chemical reactor. With that, we should be able to make blaze powder. There we go. All I have left is chromium. That should be orange dye. And this. And that should make one orange glass lens that I can put here. Lens. Put here, and now we can see the LPIC recipe. HV cutter, I called it. And it requires the clean room. Very funny. I guess we'll do the clean room now. There we go. Fine, let's also solve the problem of plascrete. I forget why it takes so long. I remember it's because of the concrete. Clay dust, sandstone. Easy. I do want a lot of clean room glass. And it's a lot cheaper. Yeah, all the recipes are in. So the one thing I know is that for the max size clean room, I need 168 filter casings because 13 by 13. So filter casings, 168. Oh. 23,000 bytes is a lot of zinc and steel. Now that I have everything set up, let's go into a creative testing world. So I have a bit of a picture here. I need to boot it up first. I need to find it. So here's what we're looking at. My design, 661 clean room glass. Uh, 109 plascrete. Okay. That's the main thing I have to list off. LV energy hatch, I guess. Then we need a auto maintenance hatch door, because we can't forget about that. And what else? Oh yeah, there's a door sensor, but I won't add that in there. So yeah, I think that's it. Can I craft it now? Thank you. 661 clean room glass. 374 missing. Okay, yeah, where do I want to put my clean room? That's a good question, because I'm making it 15 by 15. At least I have my player door sensor. I actually learned this from Posty. I'll link his video up in the chat. I'll link his video his channel in the description. But he's been using them, and I find it honestly pretty smart. So I guess I'll just sit here and wait, and I'll come back to you guys when I have the full cleanroom materials done. Yup, I've definitely miscalculated the number of plascrete I need. I underestimated how big 15 by 15 by 15 will be. But, oh well. At least I won't have to worry about the space of the clean room, like, pretty much ever, until I start adding multi-blocks in. Then it'll be a bit of a hassle, but it'll be fine. I reckon since there's so much time, I'll just 4, 5, 6 make the frame of the door first. So the maintenance hatch will go here, and then I need to take out my door. The door goes here, and then the sensor goes up there with the hatch. Oh, my auto maintenance hatch is done. Here, and hopefully this is enough. There we go. And the energy hatch can go here, energy converter, and wrench. If I remember correctly, the travel anchor counts as plascrete. I don't know, I watched a couple of YouTubers here and there that have managed to do this, so I'm fine. 5, 6, 7, 8, yep, it's directly in the center, and I will name it just this. Okay, that's fine. This is the size of the clean room. Very big, I know. But I think we should be able to finish it by, I don't know, 3-4 hours? Recorded too late. That's the clean room. Single block. I'll be adding that in when I have the filter casings. Alright. Alright. This is the first passive system I have. Since getting the H3, it's for chlorine and hydrogen, because I need methane, polytetrafluoroethylene, chloroform hydrofluoric acid, so I need a fluorinator. And now we can schedule the craft of 618 cleanroom glass. Thankfully, I have a lot of polyethylene sheets, so it's no biggie. Steel frames are still the issue though. Say, for example, I were to do my filter casings now. 1,300 missing. Misclick. Not. Alright, all that is left is the 168 filter casings. I think I'll speed this up with oxygen. So it's 30 steel per minute. Oh, that's a lot faster. So much faster. Yes! I should have done this from the very start, but nitrogen, man. Alright. We finally have enough steel for this. 168. Right. Nano muscle armor. Oh, that's amazing. Now we can start finishing the clean room. 168. How is it 181? Alright, as it turns out, I accidentally misbuilt the clean room. It was 15 by 16. Okay. 1, 2. That's the clean room. That's 15 by 15. LV is gonna take a long time. What the hell? 146. I'll finish. I'll just come back when it finishes. I have a sort of Dietron system right here. Basically just sends the lapidary dynamos, the 22,400 RF per tick, and then it just goes into here. But yeah, the instant it just drains. It's energy positive production, sure, but not too sure about that, you know? Like, their methods are definitely a lot better than this. First, on-demand polyethylene, because I just want to do that way first. So the basic way before the skip: chloroform, chlorine and methane, carbon and hydrogen, lepidolite, or topaz. So here's all the materials for the large chemical reactor. Let's start. Alright, let's put the LPIC chip in. This is the first machine that requires the clean room, and we now have our LPIC wafer chips. I think it might be, we should be able to get LPIC wafers now. And now we have all the materials to request an H3 energy hatch. Alright, and that should be our large chemical reactor. I've carved out a space for it to just sit over here, but dang, look at the recipes. But that also means we can make our flux networks, and the flux core, those just cost obsidian, Isovander flux dust, and it's just this in EV. I can just overclock it because you can use 2 energy hatches. Oh, I can't wait for this. So we have all our chemically inert PTFE machine casings. I just put them down first. Here, just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then on top here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The last one is for the auto maintenance hatch. In post, and because the post editing, I have realized that, well, as you can see from the video length, it's about more than 30 minutes long. So I will be cutting it short. I am leaving it at the large chemical reactor and this clean room. All the machines you see behind me will be addressed in the next video. So thank you for watching. You can expect the video next, in the next few days, really soon. And I will see you. Peace.